Here we are! Grand Final Rising Star Cup number 5. Before we start, thank you Mr. Matt Mako for the sub. But now we have Happy versus Foggy. Best of 5? Is Foggy the one to dethrone Happy in the second attempt? It's Russia versus Ukraine. The two most successful Europeans at WGL World Championships. Foggy, 2-time silver medal, 2-time bronze medal. He was Europe's hope until Happy showed up. And he was close twice. But he couldn't do it, what Happy did in the summer in Shanghai. So, what does Foggy have to do to defeat Happy now? The poll, 76% in favor of the Russian, in favor of the most successful player in 2019. Foggy is fighting uphill from moment one on. The last grand final between the two was not really close, with Happy dominating quite a bit. Foggy always seems a little desperate, but can this work now? In the past encounters, he focused on the Lich a lot, on hero focus a lot, and it never really worked. Now, it's a little different opening here already. Keeper plus Merc Camp attempt, then moving away. Foggy's opening looks special.
So nowadays, as far as I understand it, at the natural you can't place the Ancient of War anymore because it aggroes the creeps, I think is what Night Elves told me. So perhaps that's why. Interesting. This is the first time I see this creep route. Happy is coming over for the DK harass, but he can't steal the Shadow Priest because there's no Merc Camp creep. Very interesting indeed. So we should be expecting the Keeper play here throughout this entire final, basically. Whew. Always a scary moment when Happy's Acolyte is around, but Keeper gets the last hit. But DK comes in and should be at least enough to steal one of the trappers here. Oh, and possibly kill the Ancient of War. Yeah. This would be a disaster.
Switching a target to the Keeper of the Grove, interestingly. So the Ancient is able to move to the trees and heal up a little. More experience, or the first experience for Happy with the 20 experience from the Treants. But the Trapper is still up for grabs.
Very surprising that there's no Wisps here. And Happy's punishing this heavily. Like, he is spamming these skeletons right now. It's like, great, no detonates. Awesome. Also sending away 2 skeletons on less than 30 HP just because it's Happy. And keeps on trading with the Keeper. This is going to be very expensive for the Keeper to heal up at the Moonwells. Foggy, of course, loves rushing through this Moon Juice, but this is excessive already, even for Foggy.
Yeah, and there's another Rod of Necromancy that he can use to punish these archers a little. Skeletons again at the south, confirming the expansion.
Foggy, Wisps, please. Okay. Instantly bringing Wisps from the main, that's important.
Okay. There's no skeletons anymore. The 2 last ones are in the main. Foggy's Wisp juggling is fine. He's teching at the same time. Only the DK here, and I don't think the damage is enough. Foggy has the issue of not having level 2 and no entangle. But this is still okay. Tech for Foggy is even faster. Super greedy play.
Yeah, it's like a deja vu from Rising Star Cup 3 where we said, Foggy has a really good build. And then he went on to win map 1 and we're like, oh my god, maybe he has figured it out. But then it became 3-1 in the end, as you guys might remember. Ghouls now being brought out by Happy. This is something he never did before. Is he trying to cancel the expo with that? This is going to cost tons and tons of lumber for Happy. Doing it for creeping at the marketplace. Well, I was not expecting that.
Okay, thanks for the sub. Duplicit, 5 months in a row. Yeah, this is like level 2 and the consumable, okay. But it's also time
not even very easy to creep for the ghouls because it's not a lot of medium armor here. And they're taking tons of damage from all the Bloodlust. Big mana for the DK. That's very nice, though. I looked it up, by the way. The stat between the two earlier in the break. It's 88% win rate for Happy in series nowadays. And the last win, which made me chuckle a little bit, in a series by Foggy was 2017.
How frustrating.
In November. No, in October. Moo Cup 100. Foggy was able to win too, though.
That
was a real game. That was not like random stuff.
Okay. So Alchemist second for Foggy. Level 2.7. Good damage on the Keeper. DK level 2 and a bit. Tier 3 rushed. So despite using all the ghouls for creeping, he still has all the lumber he needs. But Foggy's Expo is coming up.
Yep. The one Archer expansion, that seems to be by far the best build against the Happy build. With the 4 ghouls. Happy this time going for 5 ghouls. Because he pulled some out for creeping as well. And then moving towards... Oh, double slaughterhouse.
Whoa.
Haven't seen that since...
Night End days.
Now, he played that at WGL. I remember at Concealed Hill, it was this game. With A-bombs and wagons. Oh, I don't know. Was it against Moon? I think it may have been against Moon in the final.
I don't know, man. That's then half a year ago.
Yeah, that was a pretty hyped final. I remember.
And here we go, Foggy's nuke on the Lich and Happy coiling constantly. But it's only level 1 coil this time, but plenty of it, thanks to the potion. Even drops the gloves, because why not? But
the bounty is still on, as Donald Trump fan here once again tells us with the €1. Thank you very much. 50 euros for the first player to kick out Happy.
Could have been Spyro.
Foggy so far, I would say it's not looking too bad for him. He's got his expansion up. Happy's hero levels are still struggling quite heavily. There's another Nova ready, but without level 2 coils, not that easy. Oh, and with the block coming in, some right clicks, the DK's in trouble. Gets an acid bomb thrown onto his back of the goat, but should be fine. Block as well by Foggy.
Foggy playing.
But Alchemist is kind of a beefy boy, not so much a speedy boy. But Happy got 2 archer kills with the skeletons in the back, actually.
So what can the Keeper do now without mana? Not too much, I guess. I was looking for the Alchemist in the back a little. Level 2 for the Alch. 42 supply by Foggy. Steals it with the Nova because he can.
Dude, tier 3 rush by Foggy. This might be the mass archer marksmanship stuff.
Oh.
I know Neutron has been very fond of that style.
Oh, yeah, double engine of war as well.
I haven't seen this from Foggy maybe ever or in a very, very long time.
I feel like Happy has to scout it to go for the correct third hero, but he's also going Mass Abominations and Fool Frenzy. Lich catches another coil lightning shield to amplify more damage.
He's dead.
The Lich is dead indeed. Not willing to invest this big mana. I think the cooldown was off as well. And man, Foggy getting further and further ahead.
And didn't go heal spray. That
True.
That's like crazy. Foggy, what? You're playing mass archer marksmanship and you're not going heal spray?
Yeah.
Oh, that's something he might regret later.
Yeah.
By the way, the armies we're moving towards here are really interesting. A-bombs and ghouls versus mass archers. On paper, A-bombs and ghouls should beat this, but it's all about the numbers.
Oh, okay. I thought you would be going into a direction like, we are in the meta right now where melee sucks. It's all about range.
That is true for the most part. But it comes down to the numbers. Like, if the numbers are even, and also it upgrades even, then melee might win. But if archer numbers are high enough, even with maybe bottom third, which we've been seeing sometimes, with marksmanship and damage upgrades, they can like two-shot A-bombs. So it's a little volatile. It goes back and forth. And oh my god, are you seeing this?
No.
Happy will be trying at least to play a counter expansion against Night Elf.
Huh. Okay.
Last Rising Star Cup was all in attempts. Or Rising Star Cup 3, the grand final between them. All in after all in after all in. And normally they worked out.
Cool how it's just 2 weeks ago and everything they do changed. I really like this. Also, Hawk came in very prepared. Foggy seems very prepared. So far, everything is working out. Lore in the main.
That's for Roar, probably.
Ah, yeah. So, marksmanship in the works. Best icon in the game. Disease Cloud ready. No third hero for Happy. No Pit Lord. No Crypt Lord. I mean, he invested so much into this expansion at the moment that he can't really afford it, but that's already a lot of damage for Foggy here.
There was a Wisp going over towards Happy's natural, but I don't think he was close enough to actually see the expansion attempt. Is Foggy reading this? If he sees the army size, he should kind of know about it. Now, Disease Cloud is, of course, very, very, very strong against archers, but you have to get into range to apply it, which might prove difficult. A meat wagon might not even be the worst idea. Oh, he's making a meat wagon. Nice. Awful for damage, of course, for right-click damage against archers, but for spreading the disease, really good, because where you fire, the Disease Cloud remains for a couple of seconds.
Okay, we have a Destroyer against the Treants, we have Abominations to block, but what else? All melee except the Lich. And
It's just a distraction attack by Happy.
Yeah.
And looking for some bonus Coil Nova snipes.
which is super easy. We have the Potom for even more damage, so it's pretty much a 3-0 upgrade plus marksmanship. It is a lot of damage, but against these spells, archers fall quickly.
This is smart by Happy. He's not waiting for the big hammer fall. He's trying to thin out the numbers, but it's a lot of damage on the DK.
The arrows raining down on this Death Knight. Even a Berserker at it. And yeah, Roar is coming.
It's a lot of damage.
It's Happy's transition in time. Yeah, it is. I feel like you need a second AoE.
Yeah, or bigger numbers, but Happy's at 52 supply. Does he have ammo upgrades? No. Whew! These A-bombs will be melting. And of course, the destroyers kind of have molten already.
There's no chance to save these destroyers if they are in range of archers. Of course, they have longbow. Happy was super great in parking the destroyers above the trees and keeping them out of range. XP is pretty much 50-50. Gold difference 2,500 for Foggy.
It's waiting for protection scroll, maybe?
Oh, the heal scrolls are really good. Going for the Lich again. And here we have the meat wagon. So he's running through the disease cloud. Everything is affected now.
Happy not looking towards the third hero. Crit Lord could be great on paper, but only level 1 only has 2 impales. Double Spirit Tower coming up at the expo.
Okay. Focus on the Lich again. Archer's now in range. First Nova. He has 2 heal scrolls. Uses the first one. Happy's just kiting. 20 supply down, but tier 3 against tier 1.
This Disease Cloud is starting to do quite some work, though. This wagon is super MVP.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Which is very rare to say.
2 statues in the back. How good are these mass archers for sieging? Usually not too good. Foggy also for getting 4 units at the shop.
5, actually. Whoops! But he still has plenty more to attack the expansion with. Oh, I can't believe that he didn't go heal spray, by the way.
Yeah. Against this now with the Disease Cloud, heal spray would be the absolute best.
Like, Tome of Retraining has to be the play here. Has to be. Chemical Rage does not matter at all anymore. This one wagon, though, working overtime.
I'm also feeling a little PTSD from Foggy trying to nuke the Lich all the time. Okay, here we have some damage. Bye-bye, tower. Not for free, though. What does Disease Cloud do? It's 2 HP damage per second and cannot be dispelled. Archers are being slaughtered. And look at these number of skeletons and the ghouls. Yeah.
What? Is he playing Necros?
He has 2 rods.
They're all dead. They're all dead. It happened again.
God.
Happy was waiting patiently until the archers were in a bad position, was waiting for the perfect flank. Almost gets the bottom, but that doesn't matter so much. What matters is that he killed all the archers. This is absolutely a critical mass kind of strategy, and the critical mass has been destroyed.
Oh,
This wagon, though.
God. And now Happy owns the shop. That means he owns the heal scrolls. And he can cut through the trees to open up this choke.
Suddenly just masses flooding in. Ghouls, A-bombs, Lich, Coil Nova, skeletons, tons of skeletons.
How quick this dispel was. Oh man.
Dude, the Nova Disease Cloud combo is like crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. He can't get rid of that meat wagon. He's constantly focusing the heroes. That doesn't work. Maybe now, but there's a potion, and yeah, that's everything. It's way too safe.
Dude, this meat wagon may actually have more DPS than the Lich, which is ridiculous.
No mana on this Alchemist anymore. A couple of entangles, but the Destroyer is always ready. Is it? Invo potion, okay.
Oi! Nova, right clicks.
Yep.
Ouch!
Keeper low. He's trying to nuke this Lich again. Coil on the keeper. Triggers an Invo. Rejo on the Alchemist. Okay, happy TP's out, but it's totally...
One more Nova. Would be 5 kills right here.
Whew, Foggy has the supply lead though. Happy with the big XP lead, and imagine this Lich on level 5. Just imagine how brutal this is going to be.
I can't believe he didn't get heal spray though. How did he not get heal spray? Did he? Was that the moment earlier where he killed the Lich where he thought, oh, now if I go chemical rage, then I can kill the Lich?
He loses an archer to creeps.
Oh, come on, let's cut him some slack. All those archers are like 5 HP.
That's true. I mean, I really think like for months now, Foggy is... Oh, too much retraining. Here we go. Foggy is too greedy when it comes to the Lich. Like, yeah, the Lich is really good, and if you kill him, it's a big thing, but
it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. It happened once on this map against Happy in Ryzing StarCraft 3, right? And then he won the game. Okay, I can see that that's his win condition, but...
Yeah, earlier we had 75 supply versus 52.
Yep.
That is normally the time where a game ends.
Yep.
But you know, it's Happy. You know the drill by now. Lich solo creeping out like that. DK in the middle. He's fine on level 4. If this Lich gets level 5, this game is over. It may already be over. That being said though, these archers have a literal crap ton of damage. Potom isn't even moving, so he's not they're not affected by the aura. There we go. Plus 10 damage, level 1 aura.
Yep. So that needs roar. Will maybe be dispel.
Bear mana is actually really low, so he can't reapply the roar. So applying the roar at his expansion, kind of questionable.
We're getting a Dreadlord Remo with Carrion's form.
What?
Let's follow this up. Finally, we get the double AoE. Or with Disease Cloud triple AoE. And Foggy's pushing again. 77 supply.
For the aura, of course, it's also really nice.
And he's going
Look at this. He's actually solo creeping the Lich to get to level 5. Faster. Oh man, that's gonna be so much AoE. I think the wagon died at one point though, did he? No, never mind. He still got it. Who's driving the wagon, by the way? Who do you think is in there?
Huh. Good question.
Is it like a little acolyte sitting in there?
In the coffin?
Like,
do you think the driver is in the coffin?
It's not the guy on the back. He gets thrown out all the time.
Yeah. That's correct. Maybe he has a remote control.
Did you see the movie Fury with Brad Pitt? All the guys sitting in the tank?
No.
Alright, here we go. Coil Nova starts things off, getting the first archer kill nice and quick.
Yeah, look at how good heal spray is. Who would have thought? Yeah. Everything
he
back...
also needs a mana pot on the Alchemist.
Doesn't though. So level 4 on the Keeper, level 2 on the Potom, close to 3. That's done even more damage. We have 3 destroyers, by the way, for more AoE. They dispel a little.
One armor upgrade now on the A-bombs, but when they get focused, they will still die fast. However, DK not too far away from 5 either. That would be a big help. More and more dispels coming in. Happy, patiently waiting, letting the Disease Cloud do the work for him.
Alright, we siege this again with 2 Spirit Towers helping. Huge AoE. Heal Scroll number 1 used. He's focusing now on the Dreadlord, but the units are still up. Heal Spray is doing well, I guess. Potom has another Heal Scroll. It's on cooldown though, and he is just in focus fire of the towers. Another Heal Scroll, another Heal Spray, but the Potom is not in range. Towers keep on attacking. The DK is low. Eats another unit. Be safe again. And that's level 5 Lich. Oh, terror reigns.
First Nova didn't hit too well, I guess, but there's many more opportunities. The A-bomb's still alive, hitting everything everywhere. Focus fire is still good from the archers, but they're all glass cannon. And once the cannon breaks, it all shatters into despair. And the Lich is going to make great use of that despair. More and more mana available with the skeletons. He can even eat A-bombs if he wants to. Happy has the economy actually to back that up. And the second big launch of an attack at the expansion fails again. And Foggy looked like he was looking really good in that game, but Happy holds on. That wagon was genius.
Yeah, I mean,
that was genius.
It feels like that's the story of Happy slash Foggy versus of Happy versus Hawk slash Foggy. It always starts so well, and it looks so good, and then something happens that's either the genius of Happy or a mistake by one of these two players. And then it's over. They can't find this moment, like they can't find the return moment. You know what I mean?
But imagine in the first fight, he had Heal Spray.
Yeah.
That could have looked so different. But all the congrats to Happy. How patient he was, how willing he was to give up parts of his expansion to then find the perfect flank for which Foggy was completely unready.
Also, I love how for once he has 2 rods on 2 heroes, so he can raise twice the skeletons, because there are a lot of corpses, obviously. And then instead of 2 skeletons, you have 4. And then they're so strong with their normal attacks against archers, and then you do the necessary damage. Just, it feels like everything he does is the correct thing.
Yep.
So Twisted next. 1-0 for Happy. On the way to the 5th Rising Star Cup title.
Interesting here that Foggy earlier against Terra vetoed this map, and now against Happy has it as his first loser pick.
Huh.
I wonder why.
Oh, who was it? Was it Sonic on this map who tried to play a Warden last week? That.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, I'm still convinced nobody can win with Warden against Happy other than Lolite.
Yeah, maybe they saw it because the game was amazing. And so, oh, Lolite makes it work. I can do it too.
It only takes a level 9 Warden with a Potion of Divinity? That doesn't sound too hard. Man, Foggy. That, I hope this doesn't burn his confidence too much, because that early game was looking really good.
He had
That was a 1-hour
a supply lead. Everything, like the expansion got up, he got the heroes, he forced the TP, and then...
Yeah. He even got to tier 3 tech this time, something that normally he doesn't get.
Oh, question in chat. Does anyone know what Nicker is doing? He's traveling the world. I follow him on Instagram, and seems like he's everywhere and is enjoying his hippie lifestyle. Nicker is doing really well.
That's nice. Very strong Night Elf back in the day, who early on saw how strong human was.
And he did one of the best interviews with us at WCA 2014.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep. I was half dead, but that brought a smile on my face.
Yeah. Calling Infi the F word. He did not give a damn.
Nope. And I still think he doesn't. Nicker, good guy. He came to 1 GCS a little later after WCA. Still great, cool dude.
Oh yeah, that was in summer when it was 1,000,000 degrees there.
I love when you complain. So, we're on Twisted. It's 1-0 for Happy. 2 maps away from his 5th Rising Star Cup. Foggy on the bottom left, Happy at the bottom right. And I wonder, what is Foggy's game plan now? It's not a tavern build like Moon did. For once, Foggy is not influenced by Moon.
Like Moon did?
Moon played Panda here against Happy at WGL.
Oh yeah.
That
oh yeah,
failed.
that did not work out at all.
Oh, no.
That did not work out at all. But again, Happy there was so smart to see how to play hyper aggressive, don't let him creep. Then with a Naga second, which normally you do against Demon, but there it made so much sense.
Thank you, Alex, for the sub.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Hunter's opening. This looks like an OC build right here. OC, are you in chat, bro? Keeper, Hunt's opening, let's go. Entangle first. Try to kill some stuff.
I think it's a super fast expansion. Or?
You mean an Expo first?
No, not first, but...
Oh my god, is it actually gonna be Expo
Is
first?
it Expo first?
Lol.
This was one of Foggy's surprise builds when he was playing against, like, TH and the likes of that
wow.
at
That would be
GCSs.
pretty cool, actually.
So, his opponents will not expect this. Happy is very good at scouting, but Twisted is so big.
And also, you're playing against Happy, so you know what build he does, because he always does the same build. It's the Happy build, which is a week early. So how much can you push the greed? Okay, it's not going to push it that far. We have a Huntress opening in the main. Not double Ancient of War hunts. I don't think Happy... Foggy's going to go all in with APs or anything.
Thank you, Stars and Stripes, for the $10 donation. Right on, boys. Thanks, mate.
I think Happy has a bit of a misread here.
Yeah.
Hasn't scouted the opponent yet. So he's kind of going in the wrong direction. So the Keeper might be getting one Acolyte here at least, but the tech hasn't started yet, so... Doesn't really matter that much. Oh, Acolyte actually survives, never mind.
Players' forces are under attack.
Man, this is looking like OC. Tangle some dudes in the main.
Some dudes.
By time for the hunts.
Coil is ready, so no losses. Tech's right in his face. Like, you can't touch me. Not in my base, man. But here's the expo. But look at Happy Scout.
Oh, that's an early scout. This might be so early that Happy feels tempted to bring the ghouls. However, it's a long way across.
Dude, how is he scouting this so perfectly?
Alright, Expo has 420 HP right now. Blaze it! And Acolyte starts to attack. So, does he bring the ghouls? Without the ghouls, he can't cancel.
Are under attack.
Nope, does not bring the ghouls.
Still harvesting. Okay. 3 rods of
Foggy,
necromancy.
Would you please bring wisps, bro? They're like pretty good. If Foggy loses this tree, two skeletons,
What then?
I'm gonna drive to the Ukraine. Where are the wisps, Foggy? Oh my
Well, they're on vacation. There's one.
Are you serious? How many times does this have to happen? Before Night Elves bring wisps to the expansion. Is there like a secret code of Night Elves? Like the code of the guild of the assassins in Mandalorian, where there's some things you can't do? Like, is it bad manners? Is it frowned upon to have wisps at the expansion?
Are you done? Yeah, I know. I mean, I can't really count the times you pointed this out. And I don't really see the reason either. Maybe there's some more educated Night Elf players into.
Dude, there's one guy in chat. That's unfortunate for Foggy. That's not unfortunate. That's his own fault. 100%. That's like if I walk across the street, there's a bus coming. I step in front of the bus and he runs me over, and I lie on the ground. And I'm like, that's pretty unfortunate. No, that's my own fault. Also, much like the expansion, you should see that shit coming a mile away. Okay, I'm done now.
I think. Okay.
It's fine.
So
It's fine.
we're getting some ghouls out by Happy. Quite a hilarious rant, my man. So The Keeper is also still level 1. He didn't creep this yet. Happy is on the way to tier 3. Lich, Slaughterhouse. This time only one Slaughterhouse. Seems a little indecisive in pulling the ghouls back. But, oh, nice block by Foggy. But he can't really accomplish anything since he doesn't have 4 units. Now he does.
Oh,
What?
nice.
That's a
Got
nice
it.
block.
Is he gonna let him die, or is he gonna TP? Could consider letting him die, honestly. The Lich is gonna be out in a moment, so he can do stuff even if the DK is dead. Okay, yeah, that's your cue right now.
My Q? Well, why would you town portal on level 1? I mean, the altar is occupied.
Why would you town portal on?
Why would you, like,
10 HP.
if you TP, why would you take so much damage? I mean, he's buying time for something, I guess. Expo is up.
And lores are coming. All things considered, this wasn't as bad for Foggy as perhaps I was making it out to be.
And with a DK only level 1 against Entangle, no dispel. It would be so funny, man, if you ran pretty much throughout the entire early game and then Foggy wins this.
Perhaps I'm his lucky charm. Yeah, honestly, Happy has 0 experience. Like, this is problematic. Oh, dude, look at the Sentinel. Sentinel is in the second row tree. Is that one impossible to see from the outside?
Wait,
That's pretty cool.
where?
Outside Happy's main.
Oh, there you go. I don't really know. There was a town portal towards the tree, though. Across the entire map. Of course, you can still go to the laboratory and all, but both have to level quite a bit. So now we have Treants to distract. And the Dryads for a little more control. No tier 3 tag yet. Happy, still level 1-1. And this expansion is working now. Shop right next to it.
Player's forces are under attack.
More creeping. It's okay.
Yeah, Foggy is gearing up. Expansion soon to be mining. Happy. What does he do this time? Is it counter expo time again? Or is he going to be going all in? Well, staff back on the Lich to get solo experience on the DK. That's pretty cute. Again, the great mana pot. Pretty lucky here by Happy to find this 2 times in a row. However, levels still require some work.
So we're gonna have Destroyer upgrade soon. Then Happy can be a little more brave and will not be so afraid of Entangle surrounds. We have a fight here. Only 2 Fiends and the creeps against Foggy. And this time he's focusing on the Fiend and not on the Lich. He leaves the Lich alone. Boom, gets a kill.
Yeah, Destroyer farm wasn't ready yet. It just finished a second ago. And here comes that Destroyer. Needs to use it against the Entangle right away. Happy with the coil is ready to save the Fiend. Keeper now out of mana. Can't contribute that much anymore. But we do still have the Dryads looking for the kills. And get the next Fiend as well. Coil was not quite ready. Lich hits level 2 though as well. And still has some more right click to contribute. Ghouls still alive. But seemingly not for much longer. As the first one dies and second one possibly as well. Dryads though, everything pretty hurt for Foggy. Would love a heal scroll right now. But doesn't have one yet. Happy still trading in the middle. Lich in trouble, in deep trouble. Has to commit the big mana potion. Long range coil. That is a game-saving timing of a coil right there.
Or is
Otherwise, it would have been dark,
Oh my.
grim, desperate.
He's again committing everything to this Lich. And this
no,
might be again
abolish.
the mistake.
He
Another.
doesn't have abolish. Ooh. That's a big mistake, Foggy.
Blocked.
That big mana, though.
Yeah. Saved
That
Happy the
big
game.
mana once
Absolutely
again.
saved him the game. So XP in favor of Foggy, even if he lost a couple of Dryads, but gold. Look, it's starting to pay off. Even though...
A player's
Okay, we
forces
actually
are
have
under
Wisps
attack.
at the expansion, Remo, just to make you happy.
Well, now it's too late.
Never too late for Wisps at expansions.
Early A-bomb here by Happy as well, along with... Oh, I thought this was stealth, but no. Ghouls came out for the battling, so Lumber is rather low for Happy, but he gets level 3 here finally. And a big invul. where big mana saved his Lich's life earlier. Next time it might be the big invul. How did you like Foggy's decision to focus the Lich, by the way?
I mean, there weren't too many units left to focus, right?
Players' forces are under attack.
That's true.
But yeah, maybe after you see that he popped the mana potion, retreat if possible. With Dryads, that should be doable.
It is a winning play, though. If you kill the Lich right there, game's probably over. However, it is not now. Happy is still only on one base, but what I said earlier about Dryads is still true. If the heroes scale completely out of control, and completely out of control is something like 5-4-3 or 4-4-3 or something like that, then Dryads don't do much anymore. So Foggy either has to try to win the game before that happens, or has to transition. We have a Tinker third
Are under attack.
by Happy, which is what he played all the time as well. They met the last time in Ryzing Star Cup 3 Grand Final.
Very good against buildings. Makes sense to do that.
Not too bad against Dryads as well. The little clockworks do some work, and if the Dryads commit in to kill the Pocket Factory, then they come in range of the Fiends and can easily get sniped.
Foggy with the red spot. Step of Silence would be fantastic. Gets it.
Boom.
Okay, is that the item he needs to kill the Lich finally?
TP is coming in, but the first Moonwell is gone already. Foggy supply stuck. This is pretty annoying right now. So the way this is supposed to work is use the Entangle, then the spell comes in, then the spell's on cooldown, then use the Silence, and then kill something. Foggy, does he have this timing down?
Good concave. Foggy is supply stuck at 62. Alchemist takes quite some hits, but has the Rune Bracers and the Belt of Giant Strength. Not using the Staff of Silence yet. There is still a Destroyer who can dispel it then. There's the Staff of
Didn't
Silence.
forget about the dust. That was a big deal. Gets one Fiend killed, and the second one to follow as well. Quite a few Dryads are dying in the meantime, though. Must have been at least 5 Dryads falling so far. DK still with plenty of mana to look for more coils. Stack poison damage is pretty good on the Fiends, though. You can see him dropping low, and that's another kill to Foggy. But now the hero's in trouble. Alchemist, deceptively tanky, thanks to all of his health, and also the Rune Bracers invul potion popped.
Good Dryad dancing. He's focusing on the Alchemist now. Even an Acid Bomb committed and the Chemical Rage just to get out again. No coin on the Tinker possible. But the big invul for this and gets level 2. Therefore the passive. Keep her in trouble now. More and more Dryads are falling. Happy's fight once again. So crazy. 50 versus
Once more
47 though. And the Expo is still up.
Once more statues and heroes standing against a tremendous number of Dryads. Alchemist has to get something from the shop. It's time for a heal scroll and perhaps an invul, but he's pretty broke despite the expansion. Not so easy. Happy looking for the production. First Ancient of Lore almost certainly gonna fall. So then only one lore production for Foggy. This is not looking good despite the expansion.
Staff of Silence ready again. Hits both of it. No coil at the moment, but dispels both of it as well. Can't commit to heroes, but what else to attack? Maybe the statues? Would that be the better target? Oh, there's a nice target on 4 lags. That's the Keeper of the Grove without any inventory. Hits the deck, and yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, Remo. Oh, Silence.
Oh, Silence again. Maybe he can get the Lich. Destroyer Dispel ready as he morphs it just barely in time. Foggy has to get this Lich. He has to get him.
It's not happening.
Gauntlets on the ground? What? Oh, for the TP transfer. Oh my god.
He can drop every item the Lich has. It just takes damage away, but he drops the gauntlets that takes HP away because he can, and he knows that Foggy will never, ever, ever kill his Lich. Like, if Foggy plays Dark Souls one day, right, and he must be he must be killing this game and like blindfolded in no time because he's constantly playing against Happy's Lich. Killing Happy's Lich is mission impossible.
And now it's
Clean
level
up
4
time.
Lich. We know what that means, boys. Plus 4 intelligence, that's right. Keeper has to be cancelled in the altar. That one was gonna fall, so back from the tavern. That's very expensive. Foggy finds himself at a supply deficit, with a tech deficit, with an experience deficit, and a hero quality deficit. Which all makes or poor chances. He still has the economy lead, but that's not the only thing that matters.
Foggy has a 3,000 gold lead.
Player's forces are under attack.
And everything else is in favor of Happy. So, one last stand. Maybe he's deciding to go for Fiends again, and the damage seems to be sufficient, but there is Burrow. Alchemist down to 20%. Maybe can't really be safe with a scroll. Potentially, but the statues are constantly healing and regening. So Happy can pretty much do whatever he wants.
And the Triads have officially outlived their usefulness. They just don't do anything anymore. GG. 2-0 for Happy.
3 match points in a row for our back-to-back champion Happy. Holy smokes.
It's gonna be pretty hard to say soon. Back to back to back to back.
It will take forever.
Maybe we should do it like in math. Back to squared, you know?
Yeah, but squared is just 2 times.
Yeah, but back to the power of
The power of, okay.
3 and so on.
But we gotta say, if Happy plays against any other undead, maybe except 1 in shape, or 1-0 obviously, then it won't look this way. He destroyed Terra. He will destroy pretty much everyone else, I guess. It's just
like Side, Sheik, Shaddai, whoever you take, like Foggy's looking good against them.
Yep.
But it's just the Happy, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you ranted about the Expo kill early, but even if this Expo comes up 2 minutes earlier, it just doesn't change anything, I feel. Because Happy wins every single fight there is.
I think that's not a strategy you can play against Happy anymore. Like having a couple of thousand gold advantage is not enough.
But okay, let's...
If you don't have the right army.
Like, no.
The Keeper is just not good enough to beat Happy,
But
is what I think.
If not for the big mana potion, Happy loses the fight in the middle. And then what? Like that...
Then would have certainly looked bad for him. But he may have very well come back because, you know, it's Happy.
I mean, he did it against Moon. Against all odds in the grand final.
It wouldn't have looked good for Happy. It would have looked bad. But with what happened there, the fact that Foggy didn't get it, and isn't that the crazy thing? The fact that Foggy didn't get the kill meant that it actually looked bad for Foggy because he didn't have enough momentum with his Dryad strat. I think the best way to beat Happy, as shown by... Okay, Lolite is not the best example, but Lolite was also really good with the Demon Hunter Standard. Demon Hunter Standard is absolutely capable of beating Happy. Demon Hunter Standard, 1 base. But that's not Foggy's playstyle.
Yeah.
Foggy relies on the expansion. On the early expansion.
Like, if your goal is to kill heroes... This sounds a little weird, but... Shouldn't you go Demon Hunter to just prevent coils? Like, the coils are always on time. I mean, okay, maybe if you burn your his mana, then Happy just buys a potion and then that's it. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not many Night Elves who can beat Happy, but it is doable.
Oh.
However, this economy-focused playstyle, I feel like it rarely works anymore.
Dude, this is Amazonia. This is the 12,000 damage versus the Lich map. I will never forget this game for the rest of my life. Foggy did everything to kill the Lich, and Happy did everything to save the Lich, and guess what? Happy's plan worked out better. Seriously, no exaggeration, 12,000 damage thrown onto a Lich, and the Lich was the one to survive.
Yeah, I mean, we like to complain about the Keeper meta, how impressive it was, but when you saw Keeper Mass Air played against by Happy and 1-2-0, that was super fun, man. That was amazing. Like, sometimes running in 2 circles across the whole map, just kiting and kiting and kiting, 400 APM, every single fiend being microed manually. I know from personal experience, it wasn't that much fun playing against it, because if you can't micro like that, 1, 2, 3, your fiends die, the game's over.
Do you remember?
But
oh, sorry.
if they played, it was amazing.
That one game of Moon vs 120 on Northern Isles, where they went from north to south to north again, just kiting. That was just so wonderful.
I know exactly the one you mean. Yeah, that was super sick. And it is the Keeper again, by the way. No Demon Hunter here. The one map we can expect Demon Hunter, I think, might be Last Refuge. But then again, earlier was shown by Foggy that he perhaps prefers Keeper there nowadays as well. Starting off with a nice creep. Good thing on this map, as you guys probably know by now, really easy level 3 Keeper creep route. Same goes for the DK. But level 2 Entangle early on can be very strong. Dangerous lightning shields.
It's fine, it's fine.
Working out.
As if Foggy would, like, fuck up this creep spot. Come on.
Dude, don't say it. Don't
there's no chance anymore to do anything. Happy with the level 2 as well? No tech on neither side yet, but how greedy is Foggy playing this time? Oh, once again, super greedy. Expo before tech.
Yeah, 1 Archer expansion. The good thing on this map is your wisps that are in the main are already kind of next to your expansion, so hopefully this time you can bring them to save the tree. And yeah, on this map it's basically impossible to cancel the tree. However, it is very possible to harass the creeping of the natural, because this one is pretty hard to creep. One of the hardest ones. Especially if the rock golem isn't being pulled out. Tech surprisingly starting at very comparable times, despite the Tree of Life.
And there was also the case on Echo, where Foggy didn't play Hans. I think there his tech was even faster. Like, the greediest you can play, Foggy is doing it.
And I think that's absolutely the right call, because Happy is banking all on the late game. This build is basically 0 early game presence, but super fast tech. Super fast tech.
Super fast tech. Super fast tech. Sounds like a song, man.
Beast faster.
Forces are under attack.
Thank you, Donald, for another €5 donation. You were gracious today, man. Well, unfortunately, it's unlikely that the bounty is won today, so I guess I'll carry it over to the next Ryzing Star Cup. Good luck, and thanks to Neo and Remo for the years of great entertainment. Thank you very much. Dude, it would be so frustrating if Kaldor casts Cup number 6, and then all of a sudden Happy doesn't win, and we miss the big moment.
Well, let's just hope that it happens one day. Let's not be too picky.
Yeah, next week Kaldor is casting, by the way, on twitch.tv/Kaldor.
Happy being aggressive here, I like that. Doesn't want to give level 3 to the Keeper too easily, because if there was one lesson to be learned on 1.30, it was don't give him level 3 for free. Took quite some time until everyone got the message. But sooner or later they did. And in the meantime, techs are progressing. Fiend, the first one, is out for Happy, who is rich as hell with more than 1,000 gold.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. First group went to Happy, second one to Foggy. So who's gonna get the big one? It was Colorful against Fly, where this creep failed so unbelievably hard just a day ago.
Did it include some bashes?
Yeah.
Hello, Starshape, are you here?
I hope he has better things to do with his Swedish brothers at the moment.
Tree of Life almost at the expansion position. We have 6 archers there already. Happy is still sharking around, looking at what he can do. Oh, the archers pulled the creeps a little bit early. Oopsie. Oh, that happens again today. Second time for Foggy.
Okay, how hard can this be punished is the question. So far, the positioning is rather okay. Expansion takes quite some hits, though.
This is where the fast tech by Foggy is really nice, because the Lich isn't ready yet. He's coming over right now. These seconds are so crucial. If the Lich comes in with the flank against the archers and 3 archers die, that is a massive deal. But the creep camp is now entirely taken, and now Foggy can reposition to properly place his archers. And the tree is entangling. This is a really solid early so far by Foggy.
We get improved bows, tier 3 tech as well before this expo is established. Is he playing mass archers again? No, he had lores, right? Oh, he doesn't.
He had a late lore. But why does he have such an early Hunter's Hall this time?
Upgrades.
Was he changing his mind? That would be a pretty cool player mindset. Depending on how the game goes, I'm gonna adjust my playstyle. If I feel like I have easy enough for the early game, I'm gonna rush tier 3 and skip on the mass tier 2. That would be pretty cool.
Okay, we get upgrades. Ghouls used to creep. A little bit of experience for that Lich. Ooh, Foggy feels pretty confident now. Going to Happy's shop, steal this one. Super fast as well. Heal scroll, Invo potion stolen. Can also plant a sentry if he wants to. And it's more and more archers. Second engine of war coming up as well. And soon time for marksmanship.
And this time Happy doesn't have the double slaughterhouse for the wagons and A-bombs and stuff. So that's not going to be an option open to him at least for quite a while. And we also saw the counter expansion earlier. This is a much harder counter expansion map. Destroyer form not ready. Entangle could still easily find some kills.
Especially with acid bomb. Throws it into the back line, focusing on the Lich now, on the Fiends now. Backline hit by a Nova, but immediately counters, so this takes some time to kill archers. In the meantime, Happy is losing Fiends. These trades are good. Oh, sweet coil.
Next Nova! That hit all the archers to the right-hand side.
He needs a kill.
Frost armor.
Oh, scratch that with the trades. That's Trump trades right now.
Gonna make great deals. So it was 2 Fiends dying and 1 Ghoul for like 5 archers, right? Something like that?
Yeah, it was a lot of archers.
Incinerator! Thank you very much for the 22-month resub. Yeah. Really enjoy today's cast. Great job as always, guys.
Thanks.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah, for once I'm happy with the cast as well.
You always do a great job, Mia.
I'm talking about you.
All right, cool.
Player's forces are under attack.
So where's marksmanship, Mia? Have you spotted the
Not
upgrade
yet. He went for the second attack upgrade first.
At the bottom as well. But these early kind of trades that delay your critical mass always dangerous because this mass archer strat doesn't work on 50 supply. It probably doesn't even work on 60 supply.
Oh, Remo.
You need more like 70.
Remo, not too sure if you saw that already, but we have...
Is it chemical rage?
Yep.
4G! Why? Home of retraining right now. Do it.
I'd rather invest more into heal scrolls. Here comes Happy's push. 50 supply. Tinker. He didn't face the Tinker before. Could even be like Swarm Rocket second or something.
And it's level 3 edge now.
Yep.
Ooh, that hurts.
Marksmanship is almost ready, but he never got to the critical mass.
Town is under siege.
This is such a tough fight for Foggy.
How does he want to do this? It's super nice that the clockworks, by the way, do AoE. So Foggy kind of has to snipe them before they reach the backline, especially later. Sweet Nova! Ghouls can't really connect, level 3. Okay. Lich in trouble again, but Coil already before the focus really arrives. Oh boy. Ice Age for these archers, and they don't like that. They don't wear a coat.
The DK still has so much mana. There's so much healing here for Happy. And after the heal scroll, there's 0 healing for Foggy. He's trying to bring out some wisp for the dead. That was a big acid bomb. Yeah. That was a really good one, actually. Forcing the Fiends to fall back at least a little.
Lich has no mana anymore. There's still a scroll of the beast. He didn't even use that. Just firing away at this keeper. Like, oh, maybe it's working. And of course there's a coil. So all this damage is useless.
Is Foggy actually pushing him back, though? It's pretty impressive. He had, like, barely anything to work with right there. But the keeper has to be careful himself. Second heal scroll. He actually had 2. Okay, that was nice. DK getting blocked by the bottom. Makes it to the back. Dropping really low, however. Rocket Factory is being taken out like instantly.
There is mana for this Entangle, so Happy has to be careful. He's starting to lose Fiends. Entangle used on this Lich.
On the Lich, he's trying it again.
No way. This is it's not happening. Whenever the Lich is focused, you can just close your eyes for 2 seconds.
But how about the Alchemist? He had to use the big heal pot there. Still taking plenty of damage. Didn't find any rings to protect him. Fiends die way faster though. Maybe that should be the bigger priority.
Oh. Actually lost that due to the Frost Armor. But just right clicks are enough. Invo Potion triggered. There's a hero falling soon. The question is just who's it gonna be?
TP out because the Keeper looked like it was gonna be him. There was 4 more archers dying on the way out though. Ouch.
But, 2 wisps.
Foggy forgot to set the rally point from the one Ancient of War. 3 archers chilling over there. Where's the Keeper? Has to get heal scrolls.
Yeah, he's at the shop.
He's got the Orb of Venom, which is really nice. Did he have that earlier? That's a really good addition, actually.
On Echo Elves, you mean?
No, just here.
Here.
Previous.
I'm not too sure. Red spot for Happy, though. And a heal scroll. Dude, it would be so funny if this Rock Golem throws a boulder and the Lich dies.
That was a nice touch that we could hear you clapping on the desk. What's the item?
Oh,
Helm of
hell.
Valor. Meh.
Foggy has a 10 supply lead, willing to engage. Again.
There's quite a few archers over here.
It's not having this 3-0 yet, but forces Happy's
TP out
back.
by Happy. Wow.
Okay,
Happy.
can we finally come to a point in a game where Foggy gets his mass?
And also Happy backs down from a fight. That's rare to see. Before he gets the next camp, the best item here is Lionhorn.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Belt. Ah, protects the heroes, not too bad. And the bottom close to level 3. Solo creeping on the Tinker, that's interesting. I didn't feel that he was so impactful just yet. And the Lich and the DK are really close to 4.
We have here.
You guys level 3. Robe. Very nice for the Lich.
Again, so many consumables for Foggy. That costs so much. Oh, Tinker. Dude, he can't coil him. Needs this invul soon. Was it a bait for this Alchemist? Fiend dies.
Dude, suddenly it's not looking too bad for Foggy. How did this happen?
He's even pushing Happy back. Second TP.
Next TP, yeah. Dude,
That's the
for a second the granite was inside all the archers. If he was to just slam right there. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. And the next red camp goes to Foggy. That should be level 3 bottom. Do we have some more level ups here? Not really. Bottom, go in range. Bottom.
What does a level 3 bottom really do?
I think she's in range for the upper one. Nope, never mind. Okay, but she's going in range for the big boy. There we go, level 3 finally.
Oh, was on
And
battle
battle
drums. Plus 8. And we're getting bears now.
Dude, I'm like seriously impressed. That first hold by Foggy, like
That it-
fighting with 75 supply archers, it's not easy, but it's not that hard. But the fact that he held on there,
Yeah.
50 versus 50, I so 100% thought it was over.
Yeah.
Totally thought it was over.
He invested a lot into archers and only later into the bear tag. So maybe Happy can break him before. Level 4 Lich now. Mana potion the DK. Level 3 Tinker.
Forces are under attack.
Foggy has insane DPS. Does he have the sustain as well? He has double heal scroll. Alright. Still doesn't have heal spray, by the way.
Nova is good. Oh, I love that. Second AoE. Is it a 1-1-1? No, he has no pocket factory anymore. It's cluster rockets, actually. Wisp help against that Lich and the statue. So not much region there. The cluster rocket should help Happy in the kiting a ton.
Archers plus 14.
good value for their gold, man.
Oh, Foggy, don't chase into the base. Foggy.
Just make sure that Happy's not expanding, and then it's all good. Or if you siege, then add some glaives.
Foggy is supply stuck. In fact, he doesn't even have enough wisps to saturate his expansion at the moment. He's trying to make him. Ooh, Alchemist staffing back in. A-bombs are dying really fast though. Look at that! It's like one volley almost for an A-bomb.
Yeah, but look at the combo of cluster rockets Nova. It's like a quad kill instantly. And there's more where this one came from. No master bears yet, so this bear's gonna be nuked.
Going for the Lich again. What is there?
These cluster rockets are so sick. But Happy has no mana anymore. For once. Has to use a heal scroll. Is the mana potion on cooldown or something?
Is he finally gonna get to his Lich?
20 supply lead. Tinker dies.
Dude, Foggy's got this.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe.
What the fuck?
Ooh, Lich one more time. That was the last coil though.
A player's forces are under attack.
Big heal scroll. Oh my god, that heal scroll. That was amazing.
Dude, it's actually working. Happy has nothing left except the heroes.
Yeah. And archers this time didn't get flanked and all died. And now they all still have the high DPS killing the DK. And that must be it. GG.
Okay. Happy losing the second map of this tournament. And Foggy catching up. We had... like...
Can't believe he held
No.
that. What a hold. That was insane. That was a 50 supply archer only hold.
Yeah.
Sick.
And he never went for the heroes too heavy. He always got something in the trades. Like, even if a fiend dies, it's way more impactful than just forcing mana.
Yeah.
And that worked out. And then the Keeper was fast on level 4. The Alchemist was faster on level 3. But yeah. On this map, I feel there's like very little chance for Happy to counter expand. So he has to break it at some point.
Yeah, I wonder, like, if Happy had a chance to redo that game, what would he do differently? Absolutely, the counter expansion is much harder than it is on Echo Isles. Could have gone for double slaughter again, though. Double slaughter and go A-bombs again. But yeah, cool to see that Foggy, once again, is putting up a resistance.
Yeah. And a new build, apparently, that he has a lot of trust in. And maybe it does work in the long run if he really doesn't lose like 6 archers very early on.
And to be fair, he lost a ton of archers, like all the time. They kept on dying, but he kept on remaking them.
Kept on remaking them, yeah.
It works out in the end. Tinker, before the cluster rockets, was pretty underwhelming though. Like the first pocket factory he used to kill the Ancient of War, that was good. After that, he did like nothing anymore.
Yeah, I really didn't keep an eye on the goblins. If Foggy nuked them out of archer range or if Happy forgot to micro them or something.
Yeah, for the most part, the
Because I feel...
factory was just sniped super fast.
Yeah, if they reach the archers, then it's really good with their normal damage and the AoE if they die. Wow, 4,000 viewers, by the way. That's pretty sick.
What?
Thank you.
That's a new record, right?
Thank
For
you,
Ryzing Star.
Dunko Jonas. Yeah, we break every single record here for Rising Star Cup today. Most sign-ups, most check-ins, most viewers.
Really cool. Yeah. Really cool. Nice to have you guys here. We're going to be back tomorrow, where we have the W3L third place match between Sweden and Oceanus. Hope to see you there again.
And then we have 2 days off, I feel, and then the Hooya All-Star start.
Hooya.
Hooya.
That's fun to say. Hooya.
It's like the theme of Masupilami.
Oh, damn, we talked about this
Yeah,
before. I
in the
remember
last
now.
Huya Invitational. I know.
Well, he's asking for a minute.
Sure.
And then we'll be ready to go. Donko Jones, thank you for the sub. And also, thank you, Benzine Mogul, for the 5 months. And Keinzen, thank you for the €10 donation.
Would be funny if Abelsen donates 10 now as well.
Haven't heard one of those in a while yet. Very good, very good.
So, does this work on Northern Isles as well? This mass archery expansion play.
I mean, you can play one Archer Expo anywhere. Proxy Expo, of course. As long as the enemy build allows for it, which it should, because Happy always plays the same build. Question is, can you also creep up the Alchemist? Because for him, levels are required. Potom is kind of fine on level 1, I guess. You need level 3 Alch. And normally the answer is yes. Normally you get map control on tier 2 with a level 3 Keeper, the Archers, and the early Alch. And then we oftentimes see the middle Claim. There you get big experience, big items. So it should work as long as you minimize the losses and the delays early on. I don't mind this map for Foggy at all, actually.
I think it's okay as well. And I'm not, like... I have seen Moon here owning with exactly this strategy. I think the expansion wasn't so greedy. What?
You remember when there was like this 1 week in 1.30 where Moon was trying mass archers against every race?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it worked against Night Elf. It worked against Orc. It worked against Undead. I didn't see it tried against Human. And we were casting all the games, so he probably didn't do it. But yeah, that was pretty funny. That was Moon on top of the world.
Yeah, that was Moon being so sure that he can win with everything. All right, so Northern Isles, still match points for Happy, but maybe the momentum swings. We've seen this in a couple of Warcraft games last year. That momentum is really big of a thing, and maybe Happy starts to question himself, something that he usually never has to do. But losing a map to Spiral, now losing a map to Happy, to Foggy, sorry. Whoa, Engine of War in the 12 o'clock position.
Well, Foggy is trying to greed it up as crazy as possible. So he wants to Ancient of War creep the natural first, and then 1 Archer Expo at the gold mine. If Happy... Wait a minute, isn't that too greedy? Happy's definitely gonna scout. Happy never skipped Acolyte number 6. Happy always scouts.
Yeah, he's most likely...
The cool thing about this is, though, I guess Foggy can decide... If he gets scouted, he goes for the safe green camp, and if he doesn't, he goes for the greedy gold mine. But with an Ancient of War where he is, doesn't it take forever to get to the tree line? I've never seen this before.
Let's see. Foggy, I guess, has played this before. Acolyte now killed the sheep for the corpse and moves to the right-hand side. So he will see that his opponent is not here, but that doesn't necessarily tell Happy that there is a fast expansion or anything. So the read will come in late.
Oh my god. Is Foggy calculating that in? The fact that the Acolyte will be looking at the Tuskars first? Look at the Archer. She's killing the barricades. So the Ancient of War gets to the trees quicker. Dude, Foggy and his well thought out builds are so cool. And guess what? Happy sees, okay, you're not at the Tuskars, so he thinks he's at the green safe camp. Yeah. So now the DK starts his own green camp, and when the Acolyte sees the greedy creep, it's too late. This is a brilliant open.
I think
this is amazing.
That's something you can do like once or twice, but you can do it, and then it's working.
Yeah. The next time Happy's going to be scouting up here.
Yeah. Claws +9, really good early.
Wow. Wow. That's a 5-hand play right there.
And he even got wisps here, Remo.
That's so cool. And look at that. 1 Archer Expo on the spot. Happy stole the last one, by the way.
Yes, of course. He did. Almost the second one as well.
That's level
Player's
2 deny.
forces are under attack.
Oh yeah, oh my.
But there's a green camp right there, so he's gonna get it.
Okay, so Happy is freeing up his expansion as well with ghouls while attacking. Is he counter expanding here? On AZ it was too hard.
How cool is this build, though? This opening, I should say. Damn. And now the Ancient of War is already in position to defend. This is so awesome. He was saving this build for Happy, by the way.
Yeah.
Against Terra, he didn't play like that.
Yeah. Can someone just like clip the start of Twisted Meadows and compare it to the start of Northern Isles? Like Remo's rant on TM and now him being in such awe. That's lovely. In one series. The beauty of Warcraft.
That's so cool. And I always felt like this was one of Foggy's biggest strengths, having these amazing builds, these brilliant openings.
I've never seen
A
this
player's
before from
forces are
anyone.
under attack.
Shooting down the barricades, man. Cool.
Replenishment potion and Pendant of Energy for Happy, by the way.
And this time, 2 wisps at the expansion. Oh, Foggy, you make me so happy sometimes. Keeper not yet level 3 though, and the green camp, that's the annoying thing now. The green camp remaining isn't even enough because the Acolyte stole the one last hit.
And Happy is just moving from green to green, easy level 3 for him.
Oh wow, he's faster level 3. That's insane.
Are under attack.
I don't really know what he did, but I mean, of course, that steal helped, but
Yeah, he crept his natural with, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 ghouls? I've seen Happy creeping the whole natural camp only with DK skeletons. So he can also do that, but judging from the number of coils that he has, which is a lot, he must have brought some ghouls as well. Oh, and okay, I was kind of mistaken here. Keeper gets level 3 regardless. I got level 3 because of the Acolyte kill. Okay, so there it works out. Keeper gets level 3 himself, but that's on par with the DK. And once the Lich comes out, which will be soon, Coil Nova, nuke combo on the archers could net a ton of kills.
I wonder if he goes for heal spray now. Because is it really that important to have chemical rage? Or do you throw so many acid bombs that you can't afford it?
Maybe it is even worth it to go for chemical rage early for early game presence. And then if it goes super, super, super late, like 70 supply, then you can always retrain anyways. However, it's 300 gold. 300 gold is kind of a lot. Yeah, I would prefer to see heal wave here as well. Heal spray, that is. Happy's hanging around the middle, trying to delay as much as possible until the Lich comes. In the first combo, already almost half HP drained on the DK.
This time the block doesn't work too well, but we have this lightning shield follow-up. Acid bomb maybe a little too late, but the DK rather low. No statue yet. There was a nice defense and shot control.
Happy could just go back and buy a heal pot right now and then continue to easily contest the middle. Keeper goes for the telly staff, back to the main. Juice is up, and this time it is Dryads, by the way, no archers.
Oh. Okay.
But it's no creeping for the Alchemist so far. Neither for the Lich, of course.
Still going for early upgrades at 40 supply. Interesting as well. And Happy, of course, rushing tier 3, going Fiend statues, destroyers, as always. Question is maybe third hero, but that should be the Tinker again. And again, Acid Bomb and Tangle Lightning Shield combo.
There's a lot of mana that Foggy's putting into these heroes again. A lot of mana.
The DK is full mana, I don't understand.
Another one.
He burns his entire mana.
Yeah, this is not working out.
Forces are under attack.
And now he has to retreat, go to the Moonwells. And that kind of hurts. We get the double Rod of Necromancy again. Only 1 charge, but still. No counter expansion.
Happy sells a bunch of stuff, gets the orb, and comes in with Fiends from the main, along with 3 ghouls. Destroyer form in the works, 2 statues on the ground. Only thing missing is a third hero for Happy, which has been recently the Tinker.
He has no resources for it at the moment.
The fact that Happy gets the first camp and Foggy has gotten 0.
Yeah.
This doesn't normally happen, because normally DK doesn't get this fast level 3 as he did here.
Shoot of accuracy, by the way.
Oh, Dark Ranger this time.
That doesn't do too much against the Dryads. Is
Long
that
range coil steals the last hit, but Mana Stone to the Alchemist. Still 0 experience though.
Nova?
Yeah, I think Happy was expecting the mass archers again.
And that's why Dark Ranger. Coil on the Ghoul. So far they're pretty much untouched. Trying to block this. Oh, that is enough. TP Transport gets it out.
But fighting with the level 1 Alchemist, he denied him? Oh, is that smart actually? That's probably smart, right? Just looked so weird.
Yeah. It's only level 1.
He doesn't have the moon juice
He was,
to heal him up anyway.
yeah, he was low on mana, so healing him up would be super expensive.
Happy looking at the marketplace. There's claws in there.
Yep.
Oh, you got gloves instead? What?
Claws, double gloves, flute, and orb. That's some nice deeps, man.
Terrifying army that Happy's bringing north. Foggy, he needs to hold as well as he did as well as he did in the last game. It doesn't quite look like 58 supply though, what he has here.
Is Foggy transitioning back to archers? Kind of looks like it. Or he's just pumping out whatever he can. But it's quite some ghouls. Alchemist is back. Okay, but of course no progress. Dark Ranger close to level 2. Lich not level 3, but against Dryads it's not that necessary. The stats are good.
Alchemist, where is he? Oh, he's not in the group. He's hanging out back there. Alright, finally he comes in. Foggy retreating back into a big concave. I like that. What's he going for first? Wisps coming in for the detonate. That was well done. Lich completely drained of all his mana, but the DK had so much mana, still plenty of coils on his side. Good kiting by Foggy as well, but even some fiends split off to the side to take out those Dryads with low HP. And the right clicks from the combined ranged army plus a couple of ghouls is plenty of damage by Happy. He's stuck between 2 little forces, but that's the only thing they are, little forces. And Happy so far seems to easily be able to deal with those.
True that. Stuff is falling everywhere so far. I think Happy lost only the ghouls, which is what they just do. They're disposable in the end. Level 4 DK. Now a Fiend could fall, or is there a long-range coil? Yes, of course there is. Out of nowhere, Alchemist down to 20% again. And there's another Archer falling. Foggy below 50. Happy constantly at 50. Reproducing Fiends, who are, of course, the natural counter to Dryads. And whenever Foggy is not engaging, Happy has free reign over the second base. Whenever he is engaging, the focus fire is really good, and Foggy sees that as well. Happy wins Ryzing Star Cup number 4, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Undefeated, still the Emperor, still on the throne, and $100 and 6 points richer.
He does it again, as most people were expecting. He was the top favorite coming in. However, today, I think the first time, dropping 2 maps, right? In one tournament.
He was struggling before, but I'm not sure if he lost 2.
However, yeah, Spiral brought him close as well in the quarterfinals earlier with one really strong map, and then being competitive in the third map as well. Foggy, 1 Archer expansion seems to be the right way to go, but still, the issue remains. You make 1 mistake and it all falls apart.
Yeah.
And, well, 5 times Happy wins in a row. Perhaps not the most exciting, but I still think the way Happy is playing this is really impressive. And I certainly, for one, enjoy watching him because he's just so good. Broof's here, once again, by far the best European at the moment. It's not close.
Yeah, but we see some cool builds against him. From Spiral, that worked 1.5 time. By Hawk, we have seen an amazing early game, and he has to carry that into the late game. Foggy had a cool idea, threw game 1 away, got game 3. If there's no big mana potion on level 2, you can argue if that's his game to take as well. So it's not like Happy is owning everyone all the time. There is a chance, and I feel like it's up to the non-happy tier players to step it up and just don't do these mistakes or just make this one decision better. It's super tough to say, but I feel like if they are motivated to kick him off the throne and we put on a bounty like Mr. Donald has done now, maybe that is motivation enough. At one point, he has to fall. It wasn't today, but I feel like it's getting closer.
Absolutely. I would agree with that. Thank you very much, Short Fat Man, with the sub. Yeah, he's definitely capable of being beaten. He's definitely capable of being kicked off the throne for once or twice. But what I meant was, overall, Happy is still looking the strongest. As was to be expected. Back-to-back WGL finalists, after all. That is not easy. Only he was able to do that last year. But yeah, this year, many more Ryzing Star Cups are continuing thanks to our wonderful sponsor, AMD. Next week, it's not going to be us casting. We're going to be trading places. Or rather, we're going to be giving it over to Caldor, twitch.tv/Caldor, where next week's edition is going to continue.
Absolutely. This was so surreal. Because whatever we see on social media and comments and stuff, it's, oh, Happy Cup, oh, Happy Cup, oh, Happy gets $100 again, nah. And the signups until today weren't really too crazy, and then it skyrocketed to the biggest cup we've ever had with 173 signups, with the craziest round of 16 we've ever had, with only bangers of matches, and even like the rounds before was high quality, and it was so cool. It was so cool.
Like in the round of 32, people being eliminated was X-Lord.
Yeah.
And after that, Thorzane. In that round as well, Kiwikaki, Cruncher. Like, this cup was super stacked, and I hope that all of everyone is going to continue playing, basically. These high-class level players to make this a really star-stacked tournament, but also everyone else, because it's not just about winning the prize money, getting to the finals. You know, just early round tournament experience also can be fun, and I hope that many of you will be joining next week once again. I'm going to be tuning in, going to be checking it out, and going to be enjoying it from the sidelines for once.
To that. Tomorrow, we're back at 5 for Sweden versus Oceanus. Thorzane, Knopf, Little DC, Madfrog, Scoot, Fra, Vanilla. Who else is there that I'm forgetting? Knopf versus Oceanus, the likes of Juan, Side, Ente, Spyro. Juan, not, but the others. And Shocky, of course. Let's not forget about him. So we close the season of W3IL. It's the game for third. Quite some money on the line. And yeah, it's one against this time where I can't wait to cast again. I just want to sleep for 12 hours or so and then immediately start the next cast because it was so cool. 4,000 viewers, 175 players. Good times, guys. Good times. It's been fun to do Warcraft 3 casts in 2020 so far.
And it's hopefully, most certainly, going to continue that way. Next week, Huya Super League is going to be starting, and many more tournaments to come after that.
All right. With that being said, thanks for the support, whether it be financially or as a mod here in this channel or as a admin in the cup or just with kind words and comments. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Have a great Saturday and enjoy whatever you're doing now. Bye-bye.